Since 97% of people who buy traditional information products and courses will fail, I'm going to show you how the 10 core experiences will stack the odds in your favor and your customers' favor, so that you can get 70% or more of your customers to complete the course, get results, and buy again and again. And finally, you'll see how this creates a ripple effect of growth in your business called the power of 1.1. That means that you can spend less time and money on the marketing treadmill and more time doing the things that you love. Hi, I'm Marisa Murgatroyd, founder of Live Your Message and creator of the Experience Product Masterclass. And welcome to the second video of this free training series. In today's video, we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of all 10 of the core experiences that make up the experience formula. Each one of these core experiences changes the game when it comes to creating online products, programs, and courses. And each experience stacks on the last to create experience escalation, a powerful tidal wave of momentum and action that makes it possible for your customers to succeed more than they ever thought possible. And it all starts when you use the 10 core experiences of the experience formula to create a product that actually works for the majority of your customers because they're engaged, taking action, having fun, and gasp, getting results. This isn't about the next big thing or the latest fad or something that's trending now but only gonna last a few months. These core experiences are actually as old as the human race. They're universal. They're hardwired into the human brain, so they're guaranteed to succeed. So when you add them on top of your information and expertise, the results are truly almost magical. You start to convert more buyers at higher prices, they participate and engage at never before seen rates, and they can't wait to buy from you over and over and over again. These are the same 10 core experiences that made it possible for over 70% of students to complete our entire 10-week Experience Product Masterclass, with many of them making money from their brand new experience product in that time frame. The same 10 core experiences that resulted in more than 100 pages of success stories and testimonials from happy students in a 10-week period. The same 10 core experiences that have taken Live Your Message from zero to over $3 million in revenue per year in just 6 short years. And the same 10 core experiences that helped hundreds of my students and clients create products, programs, and courses that they love and their customers love, which allows them to grow their business the right way and enjoy a dream work-life balance and lifestyle. As I begin to walk you through the 10 core experiences, I want you to keep in mind something very important. I want you to keep in mind that taken alone, each core experience may not seem all that special, that powerful, or that remarkable. But I want to caution you against that mistake. Einstein famously said that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, and it applies here too. When you take the 10 core experiences and stack them one on top of the other, you create something called experience escalation. So instead of a small improvement, each new experience just multiplies everything that came before, generating incredible engagement, momentum, and results. You'll have a product, program, course, or yes, even a service that's more powerful than any other kind of training that you can offer today. You'll have a complete roadmap of powerful psychological triggers that tap into the natural chemistry of motivation that causes your customers to become hooked on taking action, hooked on implementing what you're teaching, and hooked on getting results. You'll have a tribe of raving fans who are hooked on you, and yes, they'll keep buying from you over and over again because you're doing what few people have ever been able to do before. You're actually changing their lives. Now, this isn't for everybody, and it may not be for you, but if this does sound like something that you're ready for in your business, then keep watching because here are the 10 core experiences. Core experience number 1 is mission. A big mistake that people make is to create what I call the kitchen sink product. Basically, they try to cram in everything that someone needs to know about a particular subject area, but your customers buy your products to achieve a certain result. They don't need to know everything there is to know about your subject area. They just want to achieve one single result. So why not tell them right up front exactly what result you're going to achieve and then design your entire product to help them achieve it? So your product mission is the goal or outcome that you want for your customers and that they want for themselves. and most importantly, that they believe is a possibility for them to achieve. So coming up with the right mission means putting yourself in your customer's shoes and looking at success from their point of view, not from yours. And that's what makes all the difference. And that's why the first core experience is the most important. It's all about having your students focus on achieving that one key result and making that the sole mission of your product. Most people either don't have a mission for their product, or if they do, it usually sends people off in the wrong direction. So let me show you an example so you can see how this works. Here's the mission of the Experience Product Masterclass, which is really the mission that I want you to achieve. And you'll notice that I borrowed this template from the Mission Impossible movies because people love it and it works. I call this the Mission Possible template. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to design, market, and make $2,000 or more from an experience product in 10 weeks or less, so you can get off the marketing treadmill, make more sales, and have more impact. Can you see how right away you know exactly what you're gonna do, be, feel, have, or achieve as a result of taking this program? You're gonna design, market, and make $2,000 or more from an experience product. You also know exactly how long it's gonna take you, 10 weeks, and you know why it matters. So you can get off the marketing treadmill, make more sales, and have the impact that you crave. The right mission needs to be clear and very specific, and be something that your customers can easily imagine in their minds and say yes to. Also, the added side benefit is the clearer your message, the easier it is for your customers to share. So this becomes something that they're not gonna want just for themselves. It now becomes something they can easily talk about and share with friends. Yes, having a great product is important, but when you focus too much on the features or the nuts and bolts of your product, like what's in each module, you risk losing sight of the big picture, which is why it's so important to your potential customers. What will it mean for them? What will they be able to achieve after they buy your product that they weren't ever able to do before? Exactly what's in it for them? And here's another cool thing. By giving your clients, customers, and students a clear objective, making $2,000 or more from an experience product in 10 weeks or less, they've got something tangible to aim for. They know if they've won the game or not. And when they do, it's a win they can proudly say that they've achieved. Then, when they do reach mission accomplished, they're even more likely to tell their friends about it, bringing even more customers your way. And the benefit is this. When you give your customers the gift of a clear mission, their focus shifts off their natural fears and doubts onto a bigger vision and goal, something they can do right now. And when things get tough and they feel like stopping, you simply bring them back to the mission. In fact, they won't have a chance to forget it, because during the course of the marketing and delivery of your experience product, it's your job to bring them back to the mission over and over again. And when you follow the principles that I'm laying out for you here, they're gonna have this memorized by the end of the first week of your product, and will be actively striving to achieve mission accomplished every day after that. Let me give you an example from my students Davina and Galen Dietrich, whose market is dentists. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to learn, sell, deliver, and market your first direct resin veneer smile transformation and make back your course investment within 12 weeks. Sound familiar? It's both compelling and specific, right? You'll know when you've sold your first smile transformation, you know when you've made back your course investment, and you know when 12 weeks are up. Now, Davina and Galen's dentist students are excited about the prospect, and thanks to a crystal clear, specific, and compelling mission, they know exactly how to recruit other dentists in the mission as well. And they've turned this mission into over $262,000 in revenue in just 9 months. So what's the mission that you want to take your customers on? What's the cause that you're leading? Exactly how are you making your clients' lives, relationships, business, or health better than it is now? So I invite you to create your very own mission for your first experience product. What's a clear, specific, and measurable mission or goal that you want people to accept? Simply fill in the blank. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is blank. And I invite you to share your mission in the comments below this video. Write it to inspire someone to join you on your mission, to make it their own. Be seductive, be provocative, be inspiring, but most of all, be clear and specific. My team and I will be reading and responding to everything that you post to give you feedback and help coach you through the process. So don't worry about getting this 100%. The most important thing is taking action by typing your mission possible statement below. And I've got a special surprise for you when you hit the comment button. Now moving on, I want to ask an important question of you. And that question is, how would your life change if you were able to create and launch a lucrative experience product in 10 weeks from now? If you were able to make more money and achieve success for more than 70% of your customers? Listen, you probably know exactly how much money you made last month. Think of that number, whether it was $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $50,000, or even if you're just getting started and didn't make any money. Imagine what it would be like to earn something from your business. Now imagine if you made literally 10 times that much 10 weeks from now, or you had income from your first experience product starting to come in. Imagine how you'd spend that income, and imagine the type of lifestyle that you'd be able to provide your family if you could repeat those kinds of results over and over again and more. We don't live a lavish lifestyle. I'm not going to show you pictures of fancy cars or yachts or anything like that, but we live in a nice place 3 blocks from Venice Beach, and we've been able to do a few things that we've always wanted to do, like hiring a personal trainer, getting weekly massages in our home, and having access to healthy, delicious food so we can stay focused and productive. Plus, we're able to do one of the things that matters most to us, and that's travel a lot. We just got back from 7 weeks in Spain, Belarus, and Russia. And over the past few years, we've vacationed in Italy, Bali, the south of France, Sweden, Portugal, Costa Rica, Thailand, the Netherlands, and a whole bunch of other places too. And it's also allowed us to indulge in our own kind of expensive regular restaurant habit. Murray and I are big foodies. We love tasting menus and new experiences, so we try a new restaurant here in Los Angeles each week that allows us to explore different parts of the city and try a new kind of food. Now, your picture of success could look totally different from ours, and whatever it looks like for you, imagine it in as much detail as you can. Imagine having the financial means to create the lifestyle that you want to live, to provide for your family, and to provide for your tribe, as well as the freedom and time to enjoy it, not sometime in the distant future, but starting right now, today. By taking even just a moment to consider what you want your future to look like, you're trying on a different future version of you, and that can be massively motivating. The process of helping you imagine what your life will be like after experiencing our product is core experience number 2, future self. And it goes hand in hand with core experience number 1, mission. I'd even argue that you can't define a mission for your students and customers without painting a picture of a future self that they'll want to achieve. Studies show that if you can clearly visualize yourself doing something or achieving a specific result, you reach a higher level of self-belief and you're far more likely to achieve it. That's because we stimulate the same regions in the brain when we visualize doing something as when we actually do it. So when you visualize yourself doing the YMCA, you activate the same part of the brain that activates when you actually do the YMCA. And this creates new neural pathways that teach our body to act in a way that's consistent to what we just pictured. Visualization is one of those extremely powerful tools that's a universal and deep part of human nature. And 99.9% of the time, information products, programs, and courses don't take enough time to paint the most detailed picture possible of their customers' future selves. And it's a big reason that they struggle to keep more than just a few % of their students motivated and engaged over the long term. When you don't help your customers see why this is so important to them and to their future, why would they choose to continue when it gets hard? The why needs to come before the how. Otherwise, your customers will get stuck in the dreaded how hole. Without a clear vision of where they're going and what's in it for them, most people have trouble motivating themselves to do the how. And this is something that you can do not just in every training and every piece of content, but in your marketing. I'm talking about your sales pages, emails, blog posts, and social media content too. Like James Mayfield Smith, who was able to use Future Self to help sell more of his program. In his words, I helped them connect the dots to what would be possible for them if they began to consistently use these strategies. This opened their eyes to the future self possibility of joining the program, and I quickly enrolled 3 more paying customers for an extra $1,494 that I would not have earned otherwise. And Most importantly, when you use this core experience, not only can your customers and clients visualize you as a part of their future success, they also hardwire you into that picture as the person who will allow them to have it, making them more likely to buy from you and to tell others about you too. If you're showing someone a future self destination, your students, customers, and clients can relax when they know how you plan to get them there. And that's core experience number 3, the bird's eye view. And the way to do that is by showing them the system, process, framework, technique, or methodology that you use to get someone from mission to mission accomplished. When you show people a map of the terrain ahead, they feel better equipped for the journey, and they're able to see where they are in relation to the end destination. It also helps your people feel like you're confidently in control and you know how to get them where they want to go so they can just relax and enjoy the ride. In fact, the bird's eye view is what I'm doing right now by showing you the complete experience formula. So you've got the complete process for how I now create every training that I make. So let's move on to the next core experience, which is number 4, constant wins, which we covered in the previous video. Just to recap it though, when your customer's experience with you starts with a win of some kind and then continues to add escalating wins stacked on top of each other, your customer starts to feel like they can actually keep winning and get hooked on you, your product, and on changing their life for the better. Congratulations! Thanks to constant wins, your experience product has just replaced Candy Crush for someone. Once you've gotten to this point, most people are feeling great. They know what their mission is, they know what it's going to look like when they get there, they know the exact path that they're going to take, and they've already started racking up wins. But everyone faces resistance and challenges. It's part of the human experience, which is why core experience number 5 is called Normalized Challenges. In other words, you do everything that you can to make people feel like it's perfectly normal to be feeling frustrated, stuck, or overwhelmed. In fact, you go one step further and tell them it's to be expected, and it means that they're on the right track. So why is this important? Well, in today's world, most info products are marketed as push-button simple, fast, and easy. They take an everything is awesome approach and brush challenges under the rug because they think it's going to cost them sales. So when their customers face those routine challenges, they're unfortunately quite unprepared for them, leaving them feeling frustrated, stuck, or overwhelmed, and wondering if there's something wrong with them for feeling this way because it was supposed to be so easy. This immediately sends people into the downward death spiral faster than you can say, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. But if you apply core experience number 5 correctly and normalize their challenges before they even have them, you're actually preparing them for what's to come so that they're ready for it, and you give them the resources they need to keep moving anyway. Now that they know their challenges are normal, it's time to take it to the next level with core experience number 6. Peak emotional experiences. This is where your product gets to be a lot of fun by delivering information along with techniques such as multi-sensory language, story, pattern interrupts, and curiosity and surprise that create new neural pathways in your prospect or student's brain and body. We've been using these techniques all through these videos. Maybe you've noticed some of them. These techniques make the process of going through your product and your marketing fun, interesting, and unpredictable. Your prospects and students never know what you'll do next, which goes against the mental paralysis created by most boring old info products. But what really takes your customers' results to another level are feedback loops. And this is core experience number 7 and an easy way to rack up even more wins. When you build in feedback loops to your product, you have a way of inviting people to engage with it in different ways. And then it can change as a result of that engagement. There are several ways to do this, ranging from allowing people to indicate their progress as they complete your program, inviting people to submit something easy yet critical for feedback, or launching an Operation Unengaged Student Rescue campaign 2 weeks into the program to contact people who haven't started taking action yet and get them re-engaged before it's too late. Creating feedback loops allow you to take the pulse of how your students are doing and help them stay on the right track. Rather than feeling anonymous like they do in most automated, info-based programs, they feel like you care and their experience matters. This shows them that you're not just someone who created something 10 years ago and hasn't given it a second thought since. You won't believe the level of instant loyalty and connection they feel with you if you do this right. It's literally priceless. Then we take that feeling of support one step further with core experience number 8, which is community. This is where you invite your community to support each other in overcoming challenges, continuing, sharing their winning streaks, and encouraging each other to keep moving forward no matter what. And it makes a huge difference for your customer experience. My student Danilo Tambone says that as we entered the course, I instantly felt the power of the Masterclass community, something that I had missed in my previous online instructor experience. These are extra feedback loops and layers of support that you couldn't hope to provide alone. And the sky is absolutely the limit once you fully see all of the different ways that you can implement this. On top of that, you can overlay elements of gamification to take the community core experience to the next level through things like awarding experience points for actions taken. During the Experience Product Masterclass, we award points for each training watched and double points when the student takes the action associated with that training. We then make the leaderboard publicly available, which motivates people to want to keep moving up the ranks to win prizes and other fun stuff. And going through our product was literally turned into a game that our students love to play. Quick funny story. One day our leaderboard had a bug and told some students, "You've collected 99 out of 100 points." And we actually had those students write to us, desperate to know where that extra point was hiding because they wanted to collect them all. By this time in your experience product, if you follow the experience formula correctly, your people are starting to feel like they have unstoppable momentum, which is not coincidentally core experience number 9. Unstoppable momentum is that feeling of being bulletproof, like nothing can stop you or get in the way of you achieving your mission and future self-vision. It happens not just through constant wins, but creating the feeling of progress and forward movement through your bird's eye view process, system, or framework. It's when all the wins and experiences stack together and build toward our core experience number 10, mission accomplished. And this is my favorite of the 10 experiences. Every culture around the world has its own celebrations and rites of passage. Universally, we all have a deep need to feel a sense of completion. Many product creators forget to celebrate their students when they successfully complete the product and get the result. This robs your customers of a critical moment of pride, confidence, satisfaction, and closure. It also robs you of the chance to strengthen your relationship with your customers at the most critical moment, the moment of completion, when all their hard work pays off and they achieve the ultimate win, mission accomplished. Plus, a great mission accomplished celebration is a great place to suggest what they should buy next to continue the journey of transformation with you. We all want to know what the next challenge is, right? Now let me give you a couple examples. In our Start With You program, when someone reaches mission accomplished and chooses the true north business idea that they want to move forward with, they hit a giant mission accomplished button in the members area. And that activates what we call a unicorn bomb that explodes sunshine and rainbows all over their screen and leads them to submit their completion story, which we publish in our Hall of Heroes on the Start With You website. And of course, once they've chosen their business idea, the Experience Product Masterclass is a great next step. Now, in our year-long mentorship program, we do an in-person celebration after our final retreat. And I take all my students out on a sailboat on the Pacific, and we film an epic mannequin challenge video to really commemorate the excitement and the emotion of the moment. And that video invariably goes viral. And it's something that we then share with our incoming class of students as a powerful future self-vision so they know what the end looks like and feels like from day one. The celebration also gives us the opportunity to invite graduating students who've reached the six-figure level into our year-long mastery program. So there you have it, the 10 core experiences in the experience formula that you follow as you market, create, and deliver your experience product. Now, I've given you a few examples here, and there are literally hundreds of ways to use each of these experiences to create a powerful experience escalation. And there's some nuance to it as well, depending on your specific situation. When you follow this framework, you can create and deliver an experience product that literally changes the game for your customers who are achieving big results for themselves and changing their lives. And that brings me to my last little bonus point, and it's perhaps the most exciting piece of the puzzle. something I call the power of 1.1. And here's what it's all about. Most businesses are lucky if 1 out of 10 people refer friends. That's a pretty grim referral rate, 0.1. But what if we could raise that to 1.1, which is where on average each person refers 1.1 people. 1.1 is statistically the magic number that you need to hit where you never have to do marketing ever again. So how do we do that? Well, for starters, imagine you've got a product that, thanks to the experience formula, can help 70% or more of your students get to mission accomplished, instead of just 3% like traditional info products. And when you're helping this many people change their lives, what do you think is going to happen to your referral rate? That's right, it's going to go through the roof. Not only will people be actively telling their friends and family about the result that they got, they'll be referring you without even saying a word. So what do I mean by that? Think back to a moment when someone you hadn't seen for a while looked, acted, or felt different. Something had happened to them. Maybe they'd been working out or some other positive change in their life. Whatever it was, their entire way of being was an advertisement for the transformation, and people automatically asked them about it. And your students will be doing that for you too. We see it over and over again. That activates the referral engine in your business. One of my students, Alan Torres, brought 27 people to one of my live events. 27! That was almost 20% of the participants at the entire event. Now imagine how you'll feel when your students become that committed to your mission that they do the hard work of getting the word out for you. You may never even need to market ever again. And when it happens, you'll be able to finally get off the marketing treadmill, that never-ending list of tasks and to-dos and activity that you need to just get the word out. Can you imagine how much fun you'll have delivering products in this new way? And how relaxed you'll feel knowing that as long as you deliver a valuable experience escalation to your people, by following the experience formula, the power of 1.1 will kick in the next time that you release your product, so it will start to sell itself. What could adding even just a few core experiences mean for your first, next, or existing product, program, course, coaching package, or even service offering? Can you imagine what might be possible if you added all 10? How much would you increase the odds of success, both for you and your customers, by implementing the experience formula in your business? If you're like any of my students that I've talked about here, probably a lot. Perhaps like Devor Lansky, whose biggest takeaway is the incredible power of infusing fun into the mix. Being part of the joy and fun that Marisa and the coaches experienced while giving so much has helped me become a better teacher and coach. Devor used the 10 core experiences to generate 55 sales, totaling $9,250 during the 10 weeks of the program. Or Maharaja Siva from India, who created a brand new experience product and took close to $10,000 in pre-sale enrollments before his program even opened to the general public, and is now on track to generate more than $50,000 in the next 18 months. Right now, you might be wondering, okay, so where to from here? Well, if you're watching this right now, you fall into one of 3 categories. 1, if you already have an information-based product of some kind, maybe you've got a coaching program, home study course, or group training. If that's the case, I invite you to print out the experience formula and check which of the 10 core experiences that you're leveraging well, which you can improve on and leverage better, and which ones you've maybe overlooked completely until now. There's no better way to jumpstart your journey to multiplying your conversions, engagement, and the results that your customers are getting from your existing products, while also adding some extra zeros to your business bottom line. So give it a shot and let us all know in the comments which of the 10 core experiences that you're most excited to add in right away. Now don't worry about whether you're getting it right or not, just get going and give it a shot. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it from soup to nuts in our next video, but it's critically important to your success that you get your hands a little dirty during this process and do a little legwork on your own. If you're watching this video now, I want you to start getting results in your business before this video series is even over. Now, if you're in category 2, you might have an idea for a product, program, or course, but you haven't taken the plunge to create it yet. This is the perfect opportunity to use the experience formula now before you go any further. This will ensure that you're not starting off building a ship that's already got holes in it. And it'll give you the confidence to know what you're building is something that people will actually be anxious to buy, excited to get results with, and eager to share. Be sure to let us know in the comments which of the 10 core experiences you're most excited to try. Now, if you're in the third group, you might be like my students Janine, Kim, and Alan, who had no idea what product to start with and don't want to choose the wrong one. If you feel like this, then I want to tell you that you're at the perfect stage to use an experience product to profitably launch your new business. Why? Because by starting out with the experience formula, you're focusing on the right stuff right off the bat. Ask yourself, what experience do I want to create for my students, clients, or customers? In other words, when you start with the right mission, everything after that gets a lot easier, like it did for Emily Fontes, who had an idea for an experience product, then just 2 weeks later had 15 people enrolled in her 4-week group coaching program. She earned $12,000 in just 6 weeks, giving her her first 6-figure year, and she's now built her business up to over $2 million. Okay, now I want you to take a deep breath with me because we covered a lot. Whew. But don't worry, you don't have to jump in right now and do it all. You've gotten everything that you need to get right now. In the next video, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain on the entire experience product blueprint for you and walking you step by step through the whole thing. It's the exact same process that I and hundreds of my students have used to create millions of dollars across dozens of different markets. It's the very same system that I'm going to use to help you create and launch your first lucrative experience product in 10 weeks or less, and to get off the marketing treadmill by enjoying the power of 1.1 in your business, enabling you to consistently grow your business without spending all your time and money on marketing. You're going to see the entire picture from start to finish in the next video, so you're definitely going to want to watch that. And once you see the whole blueprint for yourself, I think it'll be much clearer for you exactly how you can use this to build the kind of business and see the kind of success that you're looking to achieve in the coming 12 months. Millions of new people every day are searching for solutions, for ways to improve their lives and businesses. And while the world doesn't need yet another information product, it does need the experiences and the results that only you can help them achieve. Okay, so do me a favor before you go, click the like button below and share this with your friends.